What about it, YouTube? All right, something interesting about the Kyle Rittenhouse trial that's not really been talked about. Uh, why did Lynn Wood and the Pierce guy get fired? Well, there was an interview done by Kyle's mom. Her name's Wendy Rittenhouse. She let some of it come out. And if you read into what happened and what was happening with Kyle, I think he spent like 84 days in jail, and most most of most mostly the reason why is Linwood wanted to keep him in jail. Linwood wanted to keep Kyle in jail. Poor kid that's never been in any trouble or whatever, and now he's in jail and facing all these charges, and he's not around loved ones. And to Linwood, that was great because why? Because Linwood could keep pumping money into his fight back fundraiser for Kyle. As long as Kyle was locked up, he could grift and he could get money sent his way. And then it was reported that he didn't want to, that he had plenty of money to get Kyle out on bond with the money he'd collected, but was funneling it in other directions, refused to report to Wendy where the money was, and refused to, or I don't know if he refused or just kept pressure on the idea of let's keep Kyle in jail for this reason or for that reason. Let's keep him in jail because the country will react if he's out, and he'll be in danger, and it'll put a lot of people in danger if he's out. So to appease those that don't like Kyle, let's keep him in jail. Oh, actually, we should keep him in jail past the election because added on top of election, this and that, and he was of course we know that he was part of the, and I would suggest I'm part of the same thing, of the election was more than questionable, but either way, it turns out that we had a snake in office anyway. So would we have been better off with if the snake would have stayed, or who knows? Who knows where we would be at if the snake would have stayed? Operation Warp Speed, how's that going for you? January 6th, how did that go for you? Another instance, actually, where kind of what I'm trying to get to here, where the whole thing going on is to put targets on good people, because we've got to get rid of that. We've got to get rid of the traditional American, the patriotic, flag-loving American. If you don't hate this country in the right way, then you hate this country. And so we've got to put a target on you. You're not allowed to criticize anything, because if you criticize something, it'll be twisted to a point that you're racist. It'll be twisted to a point that you're anti-Semitic or something. So you have no voice, you have no position other than to be demonized and had a target put on your back. Trump will help you do that. A lot of people will help you do that. We got Flynn trying to get you to go the theosophic way into the Great Reset. And here's Linwood, it's coming out, that on top of questionable handling of the money coming in for the fight back for the Kyle effort, right? Besides all that, and besides keeping him in jail, him and Pierce wanted to make this all about the Second Amendment. They wanted to make the trial completely a political trial to feed into that. Okay, so they've already tried to politicize the trial to nth degree, right? But it would have been a lot worse. Just like January 6th would have been a lot worse if there would have been more chaos happen. If there would have been bombs go off, that I think there was reports that there was things that were supposed to happen on January 6th that were supposed to really make an impression on this insurrection thing. it's been such a hard sell because it fell apart. Most of it fell apart, and things have come out that it was informants and Antifa and FBI and the rest of it, inside job crap, that made it happen in the first place. So they had a weak sauce operation go down that is a hard sell, and it's not done nearly what it was supposed to do. That was supposed to do a lot more to put targets on people's backs and to get the ball rolling against, again, this traditional patriotic mom apple pie flag, God and country. Got to get rid of that. So what was Linwood trying to do? He was trying to help that effort. He was trying to be a shooby, if you will, in the situation. How could you make this case any worse for Kyle, but better for the narrative of white supreme? How could you do any better? Well, hey, I got an idea. Let's when he gets out, we'll get him a free as F shirt, take him out to the bar, and have him do okay signs on camera. That'll get people freaking out, because here he is doing white power. And so they themselves were pushing Kyle in a direction where the media and everyone else could say, again, point to it and say, see, he is a white supreme. See, look at this picture of him. See, look at his attitude. See, look what he, right? And who he's associated with now. So it's a blessing, and Richards, Kyle's attorney, has let this out softly, that it's a blessing that Kyle got rid of. He would probably have been a martyr in this culture war, and probably would have been used to take away rights and to demonize people who sided with him, and to demonize everything from Second Amendment to, again, God, country, traditional, constitutionalists, the rest of it. Linwood was doing everything to hurt Kyle and hurt the nation with his rhetoric and with what he was doing with Kyle. Wendy got hip to it, him and Pierce, and what they were up to. And Richards, who replaced him, is a lib. He's talking about how they're asking him, should Kyle sue CNN? He's like, well, I watch CNN. I'm not a Fox guy, but they are saying it wrong. That he's not a white supreme. He has nothing to do with that. And if he would have, it would have been on his phone. It would have been something real. It wouldn't have been a one-off picture photo op set up by people who don't have his interest in mind, who want to make this a Second Amendment thing. Lynn and Pierce wanted to go the militia route. They wanted to combat everything that the state said with a Second Amendment claim. He has the right to bear arms and be in a militia, which again would paint a narrative of Kyle equals Second Amendment equals militia equals anyone who's white that has a gun, who who tries to protect a situation with more than himself. Right now all of a sudden you're a white supreme in a militia, and you're a danger to everyone, etc., etc. That's what they were trying to do with it. So thank God that operation fell apart too. And I guess the lesson from all this is not only is Trump AIDS, but Flynn is AIDS, and Linwood is AIDS. And how many more will we find out that we thought were, I don't know, leaders or some leadership possibly that we could trust going in the right direction? No. Again, they're not bridging gaps. They're not making friends. They're not helping to heal. They're not looking for peace and tranquility. None of these people are. And so their true colors come out. And that's it. I just wanted to talk about Linwood, somebody that I used to think I could respect a little bit, and now he's just another one of these snakes in Trump's poem. All right, that's it. God bless.